Have you ever wondered what pro creators like MrBeast or Jenny Hoyos do differently to make their videos go viral? Well, I've compiled a list of 12 insider tips that they use in their videos, and even one of these can dramatically improve the success rate of your channel and bring in lots and lots of views. The more of them that you keep adding, the better your videos will perform. Now, there are many things that are out of our control in the beginning, such as camera presence and editing skills. We have to work on these over time to improve them. But I've also had some pretty crappy videos go viral, so I can testify to the results of these tips. Now, MrBeast obviously needs no introduction as the king of viral videos, but Jenny Hoyos is fast becoming the new queen of short-form videos, and in interviews they both have great golden nuggets of wisdom to share. These tips can be used across any type of video format, so it doesn't matter if you're doing long-form, short-form, entertainment, or even educational style content. The first tip is that you want to go niche and broad at the same time if possible. And yes, I know that I always say to niche down, but hear me out here, as going niche and viral won't always work unless your niche is extremely large. So we need to do an Alice in Wonderland here and find a way to be both big and small at the same time. In marketing and sales, we have something called the 5 stages of customer awareness. It's unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and most aware. These stages will directly impact your views, and understanding them is how you reach a large enough audience to go viral. Imagine for a moment an office worker in a tech firm called Bob. Bob works long hours as his company offers 24-hour tech support. He likes his job, but like most people who work at a desk, he spends long periods of time sitting. However, apart from a numb butt, Bob feels fine. He is completely unaware of any potential long-term side effects of sitting for long periods of time. Bob is in the largest group of unaware. Now, thanks to ads, workplace rules, and social media, Bob has been made aware that sitting for long periods of time is bad and can cause long-term health problems like back pain, weight gain, heart disease, varicose veins, and much more. He is now problem aware, and the size of this group varies depending on the cultural awareness of the subject. Bob's HR department then sends out memos and does workshops explaining what to do to mitigate the long-term risks. This includes how to set up his desk properly, moving more, stretches, exercises, and other actions that he should take. Bob has moved up through the ranks and is now solution aware. However, Bob's wife is now worried about his health and has researched a whole bunch of exercise products, including one that hangs you upside down to stretch out your back and remove pressure. Now, Bob is not that keen on hanging upside down like a bat, but thanks to his wife, he is now product aware. Seeing his wife's concern, Bob starts trying some of these products and even digs deeper into researching papers on other solutions. Bob is now at the final stage, most aware. The greater the awareness, the smaller the group, but the easier it is to sell them things as they are actively looking for products and information on the subject. It's the same with views on YouTube, and it's why smaller channels can make a ton of money, especially in educational channels. Now, some views are more valuable than others depending on the stage they're in, but if you want to go viral, then you need to target or convert more of the stages. So I could make a video on how to fix your back pain with yoga stretches. However, there will no doubt be more competition and a smaller, more niche audience who need to have back pain, know the reason for the pain in the first place, and be aware that stretching and yoga can actually help them. They need to be really, really aware. Or you could address Bob's numb butt. Yes, that's right, Bob's numb butt that he got from sitting for long periods of time, which is probably a broad symptom that many would actually have. For example, you could have a thumbnail saying, "Just a numb butt," and a title, "Dangerous Signs That You've Been Sitting for Far Too Long and What to Do About It." It needs some work, but you get the point. Your niche and solution may still be yoga, but you have to bridge the gap to a broader, more viral audience, and you can use your video to move them through a couple of the stages. Tip number 2 is understanding that the algorithm is people. Literally. I mean, the algorithm is so advanced these days that you should be more focused on human psychology and what people want versus what you think YouTube wants and how to trick it into giving you more views. YouTube wants what people want. Please the people and you please the algorithm. Tip number 3 is to spend more time on your video ideas and thumbnails. Like, a lot more. This is an area that you should be always working on improving. If an idea and thumbnail comes easy, then it is more likely to go viral. If you struggle to write the script, or it feels overly complicated, or you aren't even sure who the video is for, then it's probably a sign that the idea needs more work and simplification, or you need to come up with a new idea altogether. Most videos that go viral are simple and have broad appeal, and I'm not saying that people are dumb, but maybe you should try and make content as if they are. Even smart people like watching dumbed down crap on YouTube and TV in general. It's why soap operas are so darn popular. Tip number 4 is the 80-20 rule. You need to be spending 80% of your time and energy on the first minute of the video. This is where you lose most of your viewers. Yes, you would ideally make an entire video completely amazing, but if they stick around for the first minute, then people will typically stay and watch the rest of the video. You also need to be making sure that expectations are quickly met. You'll see that MrBeast always confirms what the title and thumbnail says in the first few seconds.
I just started this 10-minute timer, and when it hits 0, that room all the way over there full of money will explode. And the only man that can stop it is this man in this straitjacket. This video is completely real time. You'll notice it's exactly 10 minutes long. There are no cuts. You see everything.
Tip number 5 is video pacing and editing. Channels like MrBeast gave rise to retention editing. This is the high-paced video editing style where something changes every 2 to 3 seconds on the screen. It can often feel like you're getting hit in the face by a fire hydrant, but it does work. It hacks our brain's dopamine by keeping us overstimulated. However, just because something works doesn't mean that you should use it. Slower-paced videos can do just as well. You could change clips by having different camera angles so that changes on the screen are more subtle, or by using B-roll clips to drive home the message while also keeping us engaged. Think of this like adding sugar to a bad coffee to make it taste better. Creators often use high-paced editing to keep the energy high, and is often to hide a bad video idea, as people tend to keep watching for longer. But connection and engagement is the ultimate goal here, and if you have a great idea that has value to the viewers, then you don't need to overwhelm them. Pick a format that works best for you and your channel or niche. Tip number 6 is to give value and entertain, even if you're an educational channel. When I was at school, I used to have a geography teacher who made classes fun. She brought in practical experiments and used real-world examples to make lessons more engaging. This made lessons enjoyable and memorable, so much so that I ended up taking geography to college level, even though I didn't actually like geography all that much and eventually changed subjects. I just liked the teacher. She was the reason that I took interest and felt inspired. We remember the teachers that make learning fun and simple. So education or entertainment channel, you want to find ways to make videos fun and deliver more value. Remember, you are asking people to give you their time and attention, something that we have a limited amount of. So bring out your personality and don't be afraid to tell jokes. Tip 7 is that you want to make content that people will want to binge watch. This is why we're always telling you to go niche or to niche down, or to at least know your target audience and avatar and what they want. Your viewers should be interested in all of your content, unless you're a vlog style channel where people are actually watching because of you. You need to understand that most channels are not a one-size-fits-all. Even MrBeast has themes and formats that they use over and over again. If he wants to move to a different niche, then he just creates a new channel, just like he did with his philanthropy and reaction channels. And YouTube loves it when people watch more than one video. The longer you can keep people watching, the harder YouTube will push your videos out to them. Tip number 8 is to treat your YouTube channel as a business. You don't need to squeeze all the creative fun out of it, but investing in yourself and your channel in terms of time and money will bring focus and help you grow faster. YouTube is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but once you understand it, growth and money can come quickly. Learn from creators that you like and connect with. Each month, look for ways to improve your content and get better results. For example, this month I'm re-educating myself on Photoshop, as there is a particular style of thumbnail that I want to test without having to outsource it and wait for a designer. And next month, I want to improve my studio lighting. I try to only focus on improving one thing each month, as buying equipment or learning a new skill can slow you down and overwhelm you. Better to stay consistent and keep uploading and gradually improve as you move forward. When you see your channel as a long-term business, you're always looking to grow and improve. Tip number 9, you want to find your unique angle or niche. Your blue ocean, if you will. In my One Video Away program, I explain the importance of being able to create new and unique angles for your videos and channel. It doesn't always have to be new, but it does need to stand out and seem different. Competition on YouTube is growing all of the time for both branded and faceless channels. You need to understand how to stand out from the crowd. You need to know how to leverage trending and old content in new ways. And this comes back to creating better ideas. It's not always about being first, it's about being able to come up with new ideas at will. Tip number 10 is to use stories. Now, I feel like we're getting bashed over the head with this advice all of the time, but it's for a good reason, and it's because it works. Stories are how our brain quickly comprehend information. Think about all of the books that you read when you were a kid. You were always learning life lessons through story. Then, when we got older, they used stories less and less, and learning got harder and more boring. You were expected to just read and retain, which doesn't work for most of us. You have to keep learning over and over and over so that it sticks into your brain. But that's now all changing. We're rediscovering the importance of story for retention and comprehension in both content and marketing. For example, I was just in Argentina for 6 months, and I wanted to learn some Spanish before arriving. After doing some research, I came across a site called Story Learning, where they teach you a language through stories. I was blown away by my speed of learning and ability to recall information through this method, and more importantly for YouTube, I watched and engaged with the videos for longer. I'll be honest, I find this shit fascinating, so I went away and did more research, and after reading the book called The Science of Storytelling by Will Storr, I started to understand why storytelling is so important to us humans. It's basically how society and culture has formed. We communicate with story. So invest into developing this skill for both short and long-form content. Tip number 11 is to leverage formats that have worked for you before. You'll notice that Mr. Beast and Jenny have fixed formats that they use over and over again. For example, Mr. Beast loves challenges. It allows them to create tension and keep stakes high to keep you watching. So if you have formats that have worked in the past, then create variations moving forward. Think of it as not reinventing the wheel, but changing the vehicle that you put those wheels on. You don't always have to be creating something that is 100% new. If you haven't found a format that works for you yet, then try out someone else's instead. And finally, tip number 12, do a quality check for dull moments in your video. If the video is too long in parts or could convey the message better, then you want to fix them in advance before you upload your video. Watch it again yourself and be harsh, and also get someone else that you trust to watch it and completely roast you. Don't get offended, it's better to hear this before you upload it. We often look at our videos and think that they are good enough, but we fail to go the extra mile and ask if they could be better. With that said, if you would like full step-by-step training on building profitable YouTube channels, then check out the One Video Away challenge. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.